What's going on? It's your friend Jack here, and today we're going to be taking a look at posting your first product with Printful on Etsy. And this is going to be a pretty long episode, so stay tuned, buckle in, and get ready to learn some things on how you can do this for yourself. So the first thing I want to mention is that what you want to do to post your Etsy product or your Printful product to Etsy is keep in mind what you're selling. So on Printful, you have a lot of options, but for today's episode, we're just going to be focusing on t-shirts. However, everything in this episode can be applied to all the other products pretty much, and certain specific products are going to be a bit different to design for. However, the key principles of tags and descriptions are still going to apply to all the other products, so stay tuned. Even if you're not just selling t-shirts, this video is still going to be very helpful for you. Now, what you want to do to post your first product, go to the left-hand side and click on Stores. It's where we left off in the last video, and click on the Add Product button. Once you click on the Add Product button, you're going to be able to see all the types of products that you can pick from. The one that I would heavily suggest is the Gildan 64000. This is a really good design, or not design, this is a really good shirt because it's $8, which is super cheap, and compared to Bella Canvas, a little bit higher quality, also a bestseller. You're going to be able to make a higher profit margin because you can charge about $20 to $23 US or $19 to $23 for the Gildan, and people do buy it. Trust me, people on Etsy are willing to pay a higher price. They're not as sensitive to the price of the items as long as they like the product. So what you can do is set a pretty high profit margin on the Gildan 6400s. So for your first shirts, I would definitely recommend Gildan 6400s. Sweaters and mugs are also great products on Etsy. So if you're thinking about other things to sell, those are two other big and huge products to sell on Etsy that sell like crazy. So click on the product that you want, and once you click on it, you're going to be brought into this page. Now you can choose your desired colors on the product tab in the top left, and you can go back, so don't worry. And then after you choose your desired colors based on the design you're going to be using, go ahead and click on the design tab, choose your design file, and then upload it and size it. And I would suggest putting it up on the chest, and in most cases I would make it as big as possible so in the thumbnail it can be seen quite easily. After you've done that, go back and make sure your colors actually apply to your design. If you have a white text design, you're not going to want a white shirt. You're not going to be able to read it, so it's kind of pointless and it looks very unprofessional in your shop. So definitely make sure your colors are applying to the right designs, and then after you do that, scroll down and you can click Proceed to Mockups. Once you have done that, now you can pick which mockups you want. I would highly suggest picking mockups that are flat lays. The reason for this is because when you have a mockup that's on a man or a woman or anyone specifically, if it's on a person, it's a lot less likely that it's going to appeal to everyone. However, when you have a design in a flat lay, it appeals to a much more broader audience, and especially in something like a general shop where you're selling general things, whether it be politics or funny t-shirts, it's really easy to just make it on a flat lay. It applies to everyone. It's a unisex shirt, so you're going to have a lot higher chance that someone buys this design. And for this section, I'm not going to cover mockups too in depth. Any other mockups done outside of Printful, I'll have a separate video for towards the end of the series, but these mockups are quite well. The lifestyle mockups on the Gildan are really good, and the flat mockups on the fifth one down are actually also really good mockups. So after you've picked your mockup, you can go ahead and go to the product title and the product description. And for the product title, I don't have the full example in this slide, but pretty much what you want to do, and the best thing and the easiest thing to do, is to look at other shirts or designs. Even if you're selling a shirt, look at other mugs in that same niche that are ranking for the words that you want to rank for, and they are going to have a really good title packed with SEO friendly words. You can take kind of some of the key phrases one listing's doing that's in the top of the search results, look at another, kind of take a few keywords from their listings and put them in yours. I'm not saying copy their listing title directly, but if you don't know what keywords that you want your shirt to rank for example, if you have a wine design, I love wine, or wine lover, or wine mom, those might not pop into your head because you haven't seen them before. So what I would suggest doing, if you're not sure what to make your title, go look at other people's titles, see what kind of keywords they are using, and then come back to your title and then write your title. I would also recommend spacing out your words and keywords with commas, then a space, because after you write your title, you can copy and paste it into your tags to get a few tags and not have to rewrite them out manually every time. Another thing I would suggest is once you have your title completely done, I would copy it and then paste it at the front of the description. And this is just going to give you a quick, low effort, keyword packed description. And it's a lot better than having no keywords from your niche in your description. And it's just something I do, and it's a good practice to have. Next, for your tags, what I do, like I mentioned earlier, is I copy and paste my tags from my title, or I copy and paste my title into my tags, and sometimes the words are too long so they don't fit. So what I often do is go back in my title and find different ways that I can convert the keywords in my title into my tags. So for example, at the end I might put I love blank, or I might put shirt, gift idea, tea, something like that is very good to expand your tags, because if you can't get to the 13, adding in things like that's really easy. Changing capitalization even counts as a different tag. I'm not sure how effective that is, but I would suggest getting to all 13 tags each time. And as you can see here, I have some pretty good tags for wine lovers, wine mom, fabulous shirt. Some of these tags aren't so great because this niche is a very kind of niche down example. It's trying to apply to someone who's looking up like fabulous and wine, which isn't really the best example. But if you want to really narrow your search, then you can get more niche down in your tags, so you can appeal to a smaller audience but a less competitive audience. However, when you're looking up wine lover, I love wine, wine enthusiast, out of those three, wine enthusiast is probably not that probably not that searched for, but it's also probably not that competitive because it's not really something you think of every day. So trying to find those keyword pairs, those keywords that are a little bit more unique, are actually really good sometimes because they can drive traffic to your listing and then also get traffic on your bigger keywords, and you can kind of build up a little bit of a snowball there. So keep in mind, use some big keywords like wine lover, wine, things like that, but also use some smaller niche down ones so you can get some initial traffic to boost the other keywords ranking up. Next, this is a really blurry screenshot, but what I would suggest doing is displaying your products with free shipping. Now, this doesn't mean that customers aren't going to pay for shipping technically, but it hides the shipping cost in the actual price of the item. So you pay the shipping, and when they buy something, the cost of the item, the retail price, is shipping included. So this is what I mean. For pricing, I'll show you guys in a sec. But your profit's not always going to be the exact same because of this. But by displaying your product with free shipping, and you can set a free shipping guarantee on your shop, you automatically rank higher on Etsy search results, which is really effective for a new shop to make initial sales. Now, in terms of profit margin, what I do, because I set an Etsy free shipping guarantee and I put free shipping on all my products, is I set it to 150%. This works out at about $7 to $13 profit on each sale. That's Canadian, before Etsy fees, depending on where the customer orders it from. So sometimes when I was first starting, I was setting my profit margin way too low for having free shipping, and the end order would come out to me making about 50 cents. Or one time I actually made less money. I actually didn't make money. I lost money because my profit margin was too low, and you don't want that. So learn from my mistakes and definitely set your profit margin quite high. If you're not seeing any sales, lower it a bit, but make sure that no matter where someone orders from with your free shipping guarantee, you will be making money and you will not go kind of in the red, because that's the opposite of what we're trying to do here. Then once you set your pricing, click submit to store, and you're going to have to go over to your Etsy shop, go to shop manager in the top right, then find the listings tab and go to the draft section, and you will see your listing there is in draft mode. And now once you go to your listing and see your draft, you can click on the top left to select all the listings, or just select the one listing we have. But in the future, when you're publishing multiple listings at once, you can go and click the top left to select all of them. And you're going to want to click editing options and then click on change production partners. And since we don't have a production partner yet, we do want to add one, and you really want to add a production partner, because otherwise Etsy will get you in trouble. Because basically, if you don't have a production partner, you're claiming you're making the product all by yourself, and that's not the case, and you have to inform Etsy and your customers of that going forward. So what you want to do is fill out your production partner here. This is how I filled mine out. You can pretty much copy this if you would like, and it's very simple. Printful is my production partner. I don't have technical ability or equipment to make this. I design everything myself, and they do everything for me in terms of fulfillment and making the actual product, shipping it out. They do all that for me. Now, after you've done that, you can see you now have a production partner. So you want to make sure you save that check the button to enable this production partner because we still have our listing selected, and then update the production partner for our listing. You want to do this before you publish any Etsy listings with Printful in the future to avoid getting in trouble with Etsy. Now after you do that, you can click on your listing, then click on the top, click publish. It's going to bring up this prompt here and it's going to ask you, do you want to publish? It's going to cost you 20 cents. Or in the case you use the 40 free listings sign up, it's not going to cost you any money. It's going to say it's going to cost you 1 out of 39 remaining listings left. So you can do that and then publish your listing. Just like that, you now have your first product on Etsy and you actually have it live on the marketplace. Someone can go buy it now, and once your order gets placed, it's going to be fulfilled by Printful and all that good stuff. So from here on out, I'm going to be posting more videos on things you need to know about Printful, production process, the fulfillment process, Etsy mockups, and a little bit more in-depth information on Etsy. So stay tuned for those videos. But for now, I just wanted to get all these first three videos out of this series so you guys can have your Etsy shops up and going and get started on your print-on-demand business. If you enjoyed this video whatsoever or you found it helpful, please consider smashing the like button. It's been your friend Jack, and I'll see you guys in the next freaking video. Peace.